Hello, beloved soul. Welcome to Angel's Prophecy Message channel. It's a divine moment that you're here, and I want to thank you for aligning yourself with this space of spiritual truth, prophecy, and heavenly confirmation. If this is your first time visiting, we invite you to subscribe and gently tap the notification bell so you never miss a message meant directly for your spirit. Each word shared here is poured out with unconditional love and divine insight from the realm of holy angels assigned to your protection, blessings, and guidance. Take a moment to get comfortable. Breathe deeply. Bring yourself into this moment. Let us be fully present together where your angels have drawn you in intentionally. And now, before we begin, I'd love for you to anchor your faith in the comments by writing these powerful words: I believe. Let your angels see your faith. These simple words act as a declaration, an invitation for divine alignment. Something sacred is unfolding in your life. This is not just another video. This is a prophetic message tailored just for you, because heaven has seen your journey, the prayers you whispered alone, the tears no one noticed, the wounds left behind by time and disappointment and lost love. But hear this truth. Your angels are saying age doesn't matter. Someone fell in love with you anyway. In fact, there is a divine connection forming that will defy logic, societal expectation, and human reasoning. Because where man looks at appearance, God looks at the heart. Where you might see distance, heaven sees alignment. The person arriving in your life sees your essence, and they are being led by the Spirit to find you. You see, your life is about to change in ways you never expected, but always hoped for. And this includes someone special, someone young in years, but mature in spirit, someone abundant in wealth, yes, but also rich in soul. Someone drawn to you not because of your status, face, or age, but because your heart carried a frequency their soul recognized. This person is entering your life soon, not as a result of your striving, not because you chased or manipulated circumstances, but because heaven has ordained this moment, and the angels have whispered your name into this individual's dreams. You'll begin sensing their presence before they arrive. The signs will be undeniable. You'll feel a sudden warmth in your chest, as if the sun lives inside you. You'll randomly hear love songs in stores, on your phone, and in dreams. You may be out running errands or sitting in silence, and then you'll feel it. Your atmosphere is shifting. That's the first sign. A spiritual quickening. Heaven is making room, and the air around you becomes charged, like the moment before rain falls. Next, you'll see repeating numbers, specifically 333 and 7111. These are angelic codes announcing not just change, but divine connections. According to Matthew 7:11, if you then, being evil, know how to give good gifts to your children, how much more will your Father in heaven give good things to those who ask him? Angel number 711 is also linked to spiritual awakening and romantic blessings. Your union will be a gift, not a reward for perfection, but for persistence, for your soul's surrender. You've waited long, and for what felt like always. You endured seasons of emotional neglect, relationships that almost, but never fully, came together, dates that lacked depth, souls that only saw your surface. But this connection, my love, this one, it is rich in revelation, and yes, they are younger, but their soul is rooted in eternity. Don't fear how different your lives may look on paper. Don't second-guess yourself thinking, do I still have it? Am I enough? Those thoughts are spirits of fear sent to block a heavenly union. But remember Isaiah 43:19. Behold, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs forth. Do you not perceive it? I will make a way in the wilderness and rivers in the desert. The angels say this person is the new thing, and this relationship is part of a bigger puzzle, a divine mission, where your experiences, wisdom and grace come together with their youthful energy, vision, and resources. This is what's meant by spiritual and material wealth combined. You bring the healing frequencies, they bring structural strength. You bring nurturing insight, they bring generational strategy. You bring prayers, they bring platforms. Do you feel it? This is more than love, it's impact. You might wonder, why now? Why not years ago when I felt more ready? And your angels whisper, because now you've healed. You're not who you were 5 years ago. You can feel that in your bones. What used to attract you, you now see through different eyes. Divine timing had to mature the both of you, because although they're younger, they had their own battles, their own refining, their own wilderness. And now, both of you are being called to cross paths. Romans 8:28 reminds us, and we know that all things work together for good to those who love God, to those who are the called according to his purpose. Yes, this is purpose, heavenly love, soul, alignment, kingdom partnership. You've been praying for confirmation. Here it is. You asked God to show you a sign, to send a word, to prove that you're not just daydreaming. Your angel message is this. You are not imagining it. Your heart is being prepared for the arrival of a destiny partner that will break cycles you've lived under for generations. You will be loved in ways you never were and should have been. This love is not a temporary fix. It's kingdom construction. It will expand your finances, bring new opportunities, open new circles, eliminate survival stress, and elevate your joy. And most importantly, it will strengthen your spirit even more than your world. Deuteronomy 8:18 tells us, "But remember the Lord your God, for it is He who gives you the ability to produce wealth." Sometimes that wealth comes as a person. When you meet this individual, don't be shocked by how quickly they confess their feelings. Divine love doesn't need years to recognize itself. There's an ancient remembrance when sacred souls meet. It's like looking into a mirror reflecting eternity. And hear this, they fell in love with you anyway, despite your hesitations, your past, your perceived limitations. They don't see your age as too much or your life as too complicated. They see you as chosen, appointed, magnetic in spirit. Proverbs 18:22 clearly says, "He who finds a wife finds a good thing and obtains favor from the Lord." You are a good thing. Male or female watching this, you carry divine favor in your presence. Don't shrink to fit the doubt of your past. Don't dull your light to make others comfortable. Instead, prepare your heart, because the love that's coming has been softened, instructed, awakened by heaven, and they will not take you for granted. They will not play games. They will pray with you, laugh deeply, build boldly, celebrate God with you. And this connection, it is protected. Even now, the angels are defending this bond from spiritual opposition, from jealous eyes, counterfeit offers, delayed urges. No weapon formed can prosper because the assignment on this connection is generational. As it says in Psalm 112:2, "His descendants will be mighty in the land. The generation of the upright will be blessed." It starts with this union, where age doesn't matter, but alignment does. And right now, you're aligned. So receive this message, not with fear, but faith. The best way to welcome the blessing is preemptive gratitude. Give thanks in advance for the table being prepared. Let your inner voice say, "Thank you, Lord, for this love that is on the way." All of heaven is watching your response, because blessing flows through those who believe before they see. As Jesus said in Mark 11:24, "Whatever you ask for in prayer, believe that you have received it, and it will be yours." This time, Believe, fully, beautifully, expectantly. Now, beloved, are you ready for more? There's still so much to share about how this love will unfold, how your angels are guiding every detail, and how you can make the most of this divine meeting. Now breathe in again, gracefully. Feel your chest rise as the Spirit gently hovers over you. You're not alone, not in this moment, and not in this journey. Even now, angels are brushing up against the atmosphere around you, confirming that this message is for you. Timely, heaven sent. Let us go deeper. This person coming into your life is not just a companion, they are a divine catalyst, sent to unlock something in you that has long been dormant. And the angels want you to understand with sacred certainty, nothing about this connection will be ordinary. They will approach in a way that surprises you. It might begin through sudden communication, an unexpected message, a digital interaction, or a chance meeting that feels orchestrated. You may bump into them during a moment of peace, not when you're trying, not when you're looking, but when you're finally resting in God's timing. This is the key. Divine rest always invites divine relationships. As it says in Matthew 6:33, "But seek first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things will be added to you." You've been seeking not just love, but purpose, holiness, clarity, and what's being added to you now will astound your heart. Now be watchful. Over the next few days and weeks, signs will increase. You may begin dreaming of someone you've never met, but somehow feel connected to deeply. You may sense peace when thinking about your future, like a soft spiritual nod from heaven. You may find that your spirit is drawn to elegance again, to beauty. You might clean your space without meaning to, organize your closet, start dressing with intention, not out of vanity, but subconsciously preparing the external for what your soul already knows. Something holy is coming. When that preparation spirit comes upon you, embrace it. It's not anxiety, it's alignment. Your angels are guiding you toward healing, toward expectancy. Because this relationship is not just for romance, it's for restoration. It's God's response to the lies that told you love was no longer for you, that your best season already passed, that you must only watch others find joy while you build yours alone. Those lies, broken now, in Jesus' name. It says in Psalm 126:5, "Those who sow in tears shall reap in joy." Yes, you've cried through some nights. You've wondered if love forgot your name. But now, heaven says, you are being remembered and rewarded. Let's talk about that fear, though. The fear of age. The questions that linger. Will they think I'm too old for them? What if our lives don't match up? What if our worlds are too far apart? Beloved, listen gently. Love has no calendar. Spirit-led connection laughs at numbers. This person isn't looking for numbers. They're drawn to your maturity, your depth, your elegance, the stillness in your eyes. You carry a healing aura the world has not celebrated enough. But this person will love you in a loud, unapologetic way. They'll be proud to stand next to you, unbothered by age, because they're spiritually older than their years, drawn to your older soul, not despite it, but because of it. And you'll finally feel a connection where you're not dimming yourself to make someone feel tall. You will be seen and admired without shrinking. This is how heaven loves, fully, extravagantly, righteously. This union is not rushed, not shallow. It's been spiritually prepared over time. Just as God was maturing you, He was also working on them. This person walked through their own dark valleys. Perhaps they achieved worldly success quickly, but were still spiritually seeking. Your presence is the answer to their prayer. Someone who doesn't want them just for their wealth. but someone who sees their soul, who nurtures it, who brings peace where there was pressure. Your wisdom will cover them, and in turn, their strength will support you. This is Proverbs 27:17 in motion. As iron sharpens iron, so one person sharpens another. This is not a romantic fantasy. It is a spiritual assignment. You were born for love like this, whole love, kingdom love, and beloved, I must share this truth as well, because when God ordains something, the enemy will try to fight it, not with chains, but with distractions, old habits, familiar spirits, temptations that come in the form of almost relationships. Individuals from your past may reappear, not to reconcile, but to distract, to lure you back towards survival mode love, just before your harvest arrives. Don't fall for it. You've grown too much. You are being called to wear discernment like a crown, and the angels are warring for you, even now. Psalm 91:11 promises, "For he will command his angels concerning you to guard you in all your ways." You are not walking into this connection unequipped. You are shielded, empowered, watched over. The enemy may try to stir doubt, but do not answer that call. Instead, thank God in advance. Yes, thank Him, even before the breakthrough fully appears. On the surface, your gratitude stirs heaven. It speeds delivery. Your thanksgiving is a weapon. Say aloud or whisper now in your spirit, "Thank you, Lord, for the love you are sending. Thank you for healing me to receive them. Thank you for trusting me with such purpose." This opens the portal of multiplication. Expect accelerated alignment. Expect angelic activity to increase all around you, because the union you're stepping into, it doesn't just stop with love. It continues through generations. As God promised Abraham in Genesis 22:17, "I will surely bless you and make your descendants as numerous as the stars in the sky, and through your offspring all nations on earth will be blessed." So hear this clearly now. The person who's coming into your life has been chosen not just for your joy, but for your legacy. Your connection will break patterns, rewrite bloodlines, birth ministries, model divine unity for others to witness. You will love publicly, but serve God privately together. You will travel, build, speak life into others. You'll both look back at your separate journeys and say, God knew what He was doing all along. So don't question your readiness anymore. Don't talk yourself out of the blessing. Don't compare yourself to others walking different paths. What God has aligned for you is custom, sacred, and right on time. Soon you will be in a moment, maybe sitting across from them or hearing their voice on the phone, and this knowing will rise from within you. This is what I prayed for. This is what I waited for. Yes, they're younger. Yes, they're wealthy. Yes, they're different than anything you expected. But they are the one God whispered about in your wilderness. No more lonely dreams. No more emotional famine. No more questioning your worth based on someone else's rejection. This new connection, this angelically protected love, is the rebirth of God's covenant promise to you. All of heaven rejoices as you begin to accept this with faith instead of fear, with openness instead of resistance. You've crossed the tipping point, dear heart, and the person who already senses your pull, they're on their way. Take one more deep breath, dear soul. Let it settle into your spirit that this moment is sacred. You've held your heart open these past few minutes, listening, receiving, allowing the voice of heaven to wash over your doubts and saturate your hope. And heaven is responding with more than words today. It's responding with movement. Even now, timelines are shifting on your behalf. Even now, a heart that has been asking God, who is the one for me, is being magnetized to you. Even now, Your inner atmosphere is aligning because what you carry is worthy of divine companionship. Your angels want you to feel rest instead of fear, joy instead of anxious anticipation, and assurance in the deepest part of you that this love, this exact love, is heaven approved. Not because of effort, but because of sacred preparation. You didn't earn it through perfection. You allowed God to mold you, to grow you, through heartbreak, through refinement, through the silence where He whispered, "Not yet." And this is the now. This is the fruit of your wilderness. Ecclesiastes 3:11 tells us, "He has made everything beautiful in its time. Now it's your time, and it will be beautiful." So how do you prepare from here? In truth, you already have. This entire journey leading up to this moment has shaped you into someone who is no longer striving or settling. You've begun walking in spiritual authority, and that's what attracts heaven's best into your life. But there are a few more things your angels want you to remember as this divine person draws nearer. Be authentic. Don't try to explain your worth. Just walk in it. Don't try to make excuses for your age, your past, or the season you're in. The right person won't need convincing. Instead, your presence will quiet the chaos in their spirit. Your honesty will bring them peace. And your story, yes, even the parts you wanted to hide, will become the very reason they love you deeper. Because what you thought disqualified you, heaven is using as your ministry. Yes, this relationship is a ministry, not in the traditional sense, not because you'll preach together or pastor a church, but because the way you two will love each other, honor each other, and rise together in faith. It will be a testimony. Others will witness your union and be stirred to believe in real, aligned love again. That's why the angels are protecting it so closely. That's why your steps are now divinely ordered. Psalm 37:23 says, "The steps of a good person are ordered by the Lord, and He delights in their way." You are not walking blindly. Every conversation, every delay, every redirection, it's all part of the choreography. If it was removed from your life, it's because it didn't match the rhythm heaven assigned to you. And this person coming in is in perfect rhythm. They've dealt with opposition too. They've recognized how status and wealth can attract the wrong kind of connections. But they will see that you came not for what they have, but for who they are. And in that moment, walls will come down. Vows will form in the spirit long before spoken in the physical. Their eyes will carry that reflection you've waited for, a knowing, a seeing, a believing. Beloved, don't be surprised when this relationship progresses quickly. This is not worldly speed, it's divine acceleration. When something is ordained, everything flows in God's divine order. Isaiah 60:22 tells us, "When the time is right, I, the Lord, will make it happen. It is happening now." So surrender fully. No more second-guessing your reflection. Release every self-judgment linked to your age or your past. Unlearn the old idea that love only looks a certain way, that it has to arrive through expected doors. This love may arrive through the unexpected, but it will feel like home. You may have questioned whether this is really for you, whether love gets to land in your life after what you've endured. But the angels are testifying right here, right now, yes, you, chosen one, you are the one. God has always had a reserved blessing. It wasn't within reach before, not because you weren't worthy, but because it wasn't time. Just like a fruit must remain on the tree to come to perfect sweetness, so too, this love was being ripened in the realm of the Spirit. And now both your souls are ready, but please stay guarded. Not in fear, in wisdom. Not everyone will celebrate your joy, especially those who knew you only when you were still healing. But you are no longer there. You are evolving every day into the future God designed before you were ever born. As it says in Jeremiah 1:5, "Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. Before you were born, I set you apart. You were set apart for an appointed union." This connection will not just change your life, it will touch generations to come. This is legacy love. This is divine romance. This is kingdom alignment. Let no voice, from the enemy or your own fears, try to talk you out of it again. You've journeyed far. You've waited well. You've grown deep roots. And now you are being lifted, loved, elevated. So give thanks, beloved, right now. Thank the angels that have shielded you from false love. Thank God for the orchestration you couldn't see, but trusted in faith. Thank your own soul for staying soft in a world that tried to harden it. And with that gratitude, say aloud, or write in the comments right now, "Blessed and ready." Let that be your final declaration in this moment. Let heaven see your announcement. Let the angels move swiftly with their wings of gold, because when you type those words, when you release that proclamation into the atmosphere, you're saying, "Yes, Lord, I'm ready. Let it be unto me according to your will," just like Mary whispered to the angels centuries ago, and God fulfilled the promise. Now it's your time. Your story isn't over. In fact, this is the beginning of the most beautiful part. A new chapter filled with joy, purpose, provision, and love that flows straight from the heart of God. When you meet them, you'll know. When they speak, your soul will settle. When they look at you, the lies of the past will lose their power. And when you walk beside them, you'll carry heaven's light between you. So don't hide your hope anymore. Don't stuff away your belief. Rise into it, speak it, own it. Because yes, someone fell in love with you anyway, and age has nothing to do with divinely appointed hearts. Thank you for making space in your heart to receive this message today. If this spoke to you, if the resonance in your spirit confirms what you've been sensing, I invite you now to like this video. Let your interaction become a signal to the angels that you're in position. Comment below, "Blessed and ready." Declare it as you act in faith. And if you haven't yet, subscribe to the Angels Prophecy Message channel so you never miss the next divine download meant for your elevation, loving instruction, and supernatural clarity. Your next season will not just be blessed, it will be biblical. And your angels, they are rejoicing because you are finally walking toward all that heaven wrote, and it's now unfolding beautifully for such a time as this. Shalom. Peace. Blessings overflowing until we meet again.